Hi guys, I'm Asif Ali and watching CGHOW video. Today I recreated this effect in Project L. This is a new game. So I just recreated this stylized slash for this weapon effect. So let's start this tutorial.
CGHOW. CGHOW.
First of all, subscribe my YouTube channel and also click on bell icon so you will receive all new video notification. So here's the video for the reference from IGN YouTube channel. This is 13 minutes of Project L gameplay. This is a new game, Stylized game from Riot Studio. So at this time at 33 seconds, I have this slash here. Okay, so I have already downloaded few frames of this. So these are the few frames I have. I open. Okay, so these are the frames. I will just play these in Unreal Engine and we will try to make this type of slash. And there can be lots of ways to create this. So let's use one of the way. So I'll just copy the link of my these downloaded image path, and in my Unreal Engine I'll go here in the media. I'll use media source and just double click, and here I will paste that link, and from here I'll choose the image first. Okay, and just save it and close. Then I will just create a new label here and open this, and after the label I will go into the media and I'll use a media texture. Then we need a sequencer, so I'll go to cinematics and take a level sequencer. I'll open the level sequencer and drag my media source here. Then right click, go to properties and choose that media texture that I created. After that, what you have to do, you have to just create a planar here in the viewport. Okay, and then you can drag this texture on this. It will auto create that material, and I will use this material as unlit. Okay, and this should be just this, no opacity. Okay, so I'll just save it. And now in the sequencer, if I just press F, and if I now play, I have this animation here. I think the frame sequence is wrong. I'll have to just rename these quickly. So I'll just rename these and again I'll call them. So now it's working fine because I have renamed all these images and then I have relinked it here. So now it's working fine. So I'll just drag this here. Then please scale this. So now we can just play this in loop. Okay. And this you need to also check one thing. If I just open this image texture, the size is 1280 and 720. You can use 128 and 72 as a size of this. So this should be, also you can make 12.8 and 7.2. That will be the same ratio. Now it is the same ratio, so it's not stressed. Now you can just add a camera and just try stop SG. Now go unlit. I'll go out of my camera and select, and my camera is here. So I'll just press this to move my camera on the 0. Okay, and also I'll make sure my planar is on 0. Now I'll move my camera up, and we need to rotate it 90 degree. Like this. Right. weird. Yeah. Okay. And now we need to go to it like this, and we can move this. Okay. Now we can just move this until we see our image. We can also move our in planar back. Basically, this is Z. You can also move it from here. You can just change the Z direction like this. So now if I go to the camera, I have this perfectly aligned here. So we can just create our effects now. So let's save all. Okay. So what I'll do, I'll just stop this at this frame. So we will try to make similar trail for this. So I'll go to the material and I'll M slash. I'll use the planar. You can also use a disk mesh, so it will be very easy for to create that. But we will use sprite. We will not use any mesh, so I'll just use this planar because it is billboard. I'll use unlit material, and this should be transient. And let's use 2 times. So basically, this is like half ring. Okay. So first thing what you will do, you will take radial, not radial actually. You need vector to radial actually. And in this radial coordinates, if I press Shift C and take the red channel preview, we have this, okay, gradient, but this is like full gradient. We need it just for the half. You can subtract zero 0.5, it will be for half. But now there's a thing, it's not 0 to 1, it's 0 to 0.5 because uh, here it was 0 to 1. Now you are subtracting 0.5, so it's 0 to 5, 0.5. So the better way is just multiply 2 and subtract 1. And now if we'll preview, this is the same half gradient, but the value is 0 to 1. Okay, I can align this like this. Then second thing what you'll do, you need a radial, and this should be very sharp because this ring outer edge is very sharp, inner edge is faded, so we'll use that. So in this ring I'll just make the density very hard, like 100, and make this saturate so it is hard. Then I'll just duplicate this and subtract this. This is now softer one. I will subtract it from the hard and I will have this. Now I will multiply these together. So I will have this. But I will not multiply it. I will actually add these together. And then after that, I will multiply it with this. So it will cut this out. Okay, now I will take a smooth step and we will control this. So I'll make a parameter for in minimum and I'll make a parameter for maximum. And I will add these together, minimum and maximum, and connect this to the maximum. Okay, so basically in the maximum we have both, in the minimum we have this, and default value I'll put 0 to 1 and I'll connect this here, and let's save this. Now I will right click and make an instance of this, and here if I increase we have this. Cool, so we have the proper arc like we have here. Cool. Now what I have to do in this arc, we have the dark color and this bright color and some noise also. So what you can do, you can multiply this and you can call it opacity and just connect this here, default value 1, connect it here. So this is my opacity. Now in the color, I'll use a texture, a noise texture, or maybe I'll take this noise texture I have, or maybe I have more. Let me try. Yeah, I have this stylized texture, And this is very easy to create. I have already tutorial on that. You need to just take a noise, cloud noise in Unreal, sorry, in Photoshop. Then you need to use a blur. After that, just use the minimum in the filters and it will be like this. Okay, so I'll use this texture here and I'll use vector to radial, the same thing that I have here. So I can just copy and paste, or I can just directly connect it here. And I need also tiling, so I will multiply this. Uh, okay. So basically what I'll do, and if I preview, I have a scene that I can remove. Now I can just directly connect it here. So this is how it looks. Cool. So let's make a tiling. So I'll use the append to make the tiling separate X and Y. So tile X, tile Y, default value I'll set 1 and 1. And I'll save it. So in the instance, now we have this value that is eroding, and we have this opacity. If we increase, we will have this, and we can make this. Okay, and then we have tile. I think this is almost the same. Okay, so with this minimum we can. So I want to just control this white part separately. I close this texture. So what I'll do, I'll copy this thing, this whole thing, and paste it here. And I'll use this. Okay, and then this will be like minimum 1 and maximum 1, because these are other, and then I'll connect it. So now where is my tiling? Oh, I forgot to like use this, so I need to multiply this with this now. Connect. Okay. So basically I have one smooth step for all opacity and emissive. Then I have a separate smooth step for just for the emissive, not the opacity. So now this minimum one is controlling just that white part, and this minimum controlling the both part. So we can use it like this much, and minimum one maybe this much. We can make it hard like this, but I will not make that much of hard. And this, I think this much is enough. Okay. Yeah, I think this much is more than enough. Okay. So basically now this minimum is 1.2 and this minimum is just almost 0 or maybe 0.1. So basically this minimum is dissolving it. This is by default we can use 1 or 1.2. Okay. So we can use it directly here on a mesh if you want, or we can use it as a Niagara particle. So let's make a Niagara particle so you will better understand how to use it in the effects. So I'll just take the fountain, effects, and I just need one particle here. So I'll delete all these modules, delete. I'll just take burst, one particle. I don't need this. I don't need this, or you can use, let's use infinite life for now. And I don't need mass, size maybe 100 for now. And I'll use this material here. and this should be custom align. And then here I'll use align to mesh orientation, and I'll use the z-axis. Cool. It's spawning again and again. You need to spawn it once, and this is should be local. Okay, so let's drag this into the effects in the sequencer. Sorry, like this. Why it's not? Let me just save all. Yeah, Mars. Yeah. So it's very small first. So I'll just you can make a like add a size parameter here, uniform, and just make this user parameter, uniform scale factor. And then here I'll just go to the Niagara component, and then I'll also take the Niagara life cycle. Okay, and right click and also make this desired is so it will be played live. And then I'll add that parameter and we'll change the size, maybe 4. And this is randomly rotated here in initial. I'll just unset it. So it is like that. So what I'll do, I'll rotate it, not 90 degree. But yeah. Let me check. Yeah. So we need more size. It's too big actually. Yeah. This is almost the same size. And we have this parameters. So this minimum. So if you'll see how it's working, if I just let's add that parameter. So this is Niagara and this is instance material. We need that in dynamic parameter. So in the material, this minimum value, I'll take the dynamic parameter and just connect this here. And this is minimum value, default value 1.2. Let's save this. And here we need a dynamic parameter and make this a user parameter. And you need to rename this minimum, and this will be 1.2. Cool. Let's save this, and here I'll just close these unwanted windows. I'll take that minimum. Okay, default value is this, and we can just increase or decrease it. It's not like working in live. I don't know why it's behaving like this. Let me check. Yeah, it should work in real time. Okay, so I'll check that here. So we have this, and if you'll see, if I go to my user parameters, so at 1.2 we need to increase it at almost 2. It's gone. Okay, so we need to remember that before going 1.2. So what I need, let's mute this for now. So at this frame, this is how much we need it, and at this frame it should be full. So at this frame I'll just unmute it, and this is full. So I'll just put key on here and also position, and one frame back I'll increase this maybe 1.8. 1.8 too much, 1.4, and I'll just put it here. And let me check at which frame it's going. So at this frame it's going, but I will dissolve it. So till here, I will unmute this. I'll put a key on minimum, and then on this frame, I will increase it to 2. So it should dissolve like this. So if I play, so I think it's delay. No, there is not delay, but it looks like it is in play. We have just now basic ring is set up. Now we need to work on our thing. So first thing, what I'll do is, let me just check this opacity. Yeah, I'll decrease this, and then we have this minimum one. Increase this also. Yeah, and I want to just fade this initial part also. So in the material, how you like fade this? You need actually this thing and this mask, and just invert this mask. So you need to preview this. So now it's black here. Now you need to like power, maybe 2, not 2.5. So it is fading from here. Or you can just use this if you want, but I think this is better. Okay. Now you can saturate it. So you have this fading thing here, and I'll just drag this thing, and at the very end, I will just multiply this thing with the opacity. And we have this parameter that we can make a parameter for opacity front edge. Default value 0.5. I'll just connect this here and save. We will check that in instance. So it's already fading, but you can tweak it more if you want. But I think it's fading actually too much. What I'll do, actually, I will multiply it like 5 or maybe 10. Okay. So let's make a parameter for mult just for fun, just to check. So with the coordination of these two parameters, you can adjust that. So you can see now we have this, and then we have this. So we can adjust the fading thing. Now it's perfectly fading. Okay. You can also change color if you like, but I guess, and at this frame, actually at this frame, this should be actually almost at the same position. I'll put. Cool. We can also animate it. So what I'll do in the material, I have this noise. Let's want to do this. I'll add a panel here and approve. It should go back 1.2. Let's save this and check. Yeah, this is good. Is he hitting 2 times? What it looks like in play. Oh, it's hitting 2 times. So we need to just stop here. Yeah. Now this is absolutely matching. And I hope you will like it. And if you have any query, you can just comment below. I think I'll just increase the rotation for. And one more thing you can do, let me just not finish this tutorial now. I want these white part to be little brighter. So what I'll do, I'll make it power. Let's make this like bright part. Okay. And then I will multiply this to like increase bright value. And I want to just add it again over it on this. So I will just power this and then multiply it, then again add. So let's check how it will work. So in this one, if I just increase the this one and increase this, it's making it brighter. But with this, you can tweak it little more like this. So it will be more visible. So I hope you liked it now. Thanks for watching. Keep learning and bye bye.